Hello and welcome back to PharmaApex Tutorial. Today we are going to discuss next chapter of Pharmaceutics, which is liquid dosage forms. So in this chapter, we'll cover definition of liquid dosage forms, advantage and disadvantages of liquid dosage forms, excipient use in formulation of liquid dosage forms, and solubility enhancement techniques. So we'll start. Before that, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. So let's start with the definition of liquid dosage form. So what is liquid dosage form? So it is a medication in a pourable format designed for individuals who have difficulty swallowing pills. These liquids can include one or more medication mixed into solvent, either dissolved or suspended. They serve as a practical alternative for those who struggle with the tablets or capsules, making it easier to manage their health. So let's simplify this definition. So liquid medication are medications in the form of pourable format, okay? And they are made for people who have trouble swallowing pills, right? These liquids can contain one or more drugs like into liquid bases, right? So the medication can either be fully dissolved or partially dissolved. Partially dissolved medicines are suspensions, so they are suspended. And liquid dosages are helpful options for people who find it hard to take tablet or capsules, right? And it is easier to take medicines, so it is manageable. Okay. The next is advantages and disadvantages of liquid dosage form. So first we'll see the advantages of liquid dosage forms. So first is it is easier to swallow. So it is ideal for patients who have trouble swallowing pills, like children or elderly individuals. They have trouble in swallowing. There we can use liquid dosage forms. Next is flexible dosing. It allows for more precise dosing adjustments, which is useful for fine-tuning medications amount. Okay, here we can we are flexible to use whatever amount we want in the dosage. And a rapid absorption is liquid can be absorbed faster in the digestive system compared to solid forms, which may lead to quicker effect. Next is versatile use. So, liquid dosage form can be used for a range of medications, including those that are poorly absorbed in solid dosage forms. Next is comfort. So, often more comfortable for patients who need frequent dosing or who cannot take larger pills. There we can use liquid dosage forms more comfortably. Next is disadvantages. So, first disadvantage is shorter lifespan. So, liquid can be less stable and may have a shorter shelf life compared to solids, right? Then next is taste. So some liquids medication can have an unpleasant taste or which might be off-putting for for patients. Next is measurement issues. So it require accurate measuring, which can lead to dosing errors, or if not done carefully, there can be more errors in liquid dosage forms. Next is storage and handling. So may liquid dosage forms may need special storage conditions like refrigerator, and can be more cumbersome to handle and transport. Next is potential for interaction, like they can interact with other substances or food more easily, which might affect the medication's effectiveness, right? So these were the advantages and disadvantages of liquid dosage forms. While writing in the exam, you write one or two sentences about each point so that it can be feasible for you, right? So next topic is excipients in liquid dosage forms. So first we'll study solvent as an excipient. So what is the purpose of solvents? Solvents are the primary liquid in which the active ingredient, that is the main drug, is dissolved, and they create the liquid form of the medication, right? So what are the examples of solvents? So first is water, the common solvent used due to its safety and compatibility. So water is the safest solvent that we use in the medication. Next is ethanol. So where we use ethanol when we need to dissolve the certain substance or we want to enhance the drug absorption of the for the medications, right? Next is sweetener. So what is the purpose of sweeteners? Sweeteners are added to mask the natural bitterness or unpleasant taste of some medication, making them more palatable, especially for children. Okay, so making them more convenient, right? By adding the sweeteners. For example, when we prescribe the medication for children or elderly, they need more sweeteners in the medication, right? They need more manageable medicines. Next is what are the examples of sweeteners? So first is sucrose. It is a natural sugar. So common sugar providing sweetness and enhancing taste, right? Next is artificial sweeteners. So artificial sweeteners such as aspartame or saccharin used to sweeten without adding calories, right? So next is preservatives. Preservative is the most important component excipient in the liquid dosage form as to preserve the medication for longer time, right? And what is the purpose? That is preservatives prevent the growth of bacteria, yeast, or mold in the liquid medications, right? Extending its shelf life and ensuring safety. Okay, so what are the example of preservation? First is benzyl alcohol, or it is often used for its microbial properties, right? Next is methyl paraben and propyl paraben. They are the common preservatives that inhibit microbial growth, right? So these are for microbial growth and these are also for microbial properties, right? They have their antimicrobial properties, right? So next is stabilizers. What is the purpose of stabilizers? Stabilizers help maintain the integrity and effectiveness of the active ingredient over time by preventing degradation or chemical changes. Okay, so they prevent it from chemical changes, degradation, or the more effectiveness and active ingredient in yeah, stabilizers, right? Next is example. So citric acid is the first example that help to maintain a stable pH and prevent degradation. Okay. Next is sodium citrate. So it acts as a buffering agent to maintain pH balance, right? The next excipients is colorants. So, what is the purpose of colorants? Colorants are used to give the liquid medication an appealing color or to differentiate between different products or doses, right? For what it is used to, for appealing colors or for differentiation of different products and doses. So, what is the example? FD&C dyes, that is food grade colorants like FD&C red number 40, right? Used to provide vibrant colors, right? Next is viscosity agents. So what is the purpose of viscosity agents? They adjust the thickness or flow of the liquid, right? Making it easier to handle and ensuring it is dispensed properly. So what is the example? Hydropropyl methyl cellulose, HPMC, a thickening agent that increase the viscosity, and xanthan gum, a natural thickener that helps stabilize the formulation. Okay. So next is flavors. So what is the purpose of flavors? Flavors are added to mask the taste of the medications and make it more enjoyable to the consume, right? For like for ch children or elderly patients, flavors are more preferable. Next is what are the examples of flavors? So mint, cherry, citrus flavors used to enhance the taste and encourage adherence, particularly in pediatric and geriatric patients, right? Next is buffer agents. So what is the purpose? Buffer agents maintain the pH level. What they do, they maintain the pH level of the liquid medication, ensuring that the drug remain effective and stable. For example, sodium bicarbonate, commonly used to neutralize acid and maintain the pH. Next is citric acid, works with the sodium citrate to create a stable pH environment. Next is chelating agents. So what is the purpose of chelating agent? They bind to metal ions that could otherwise react with the drug or degrade its quality, thus preventing the medication's stability. For example, EDTA, ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid, okay, a common chelating agent that helps to stabilize formulations by binding the metal ions, right? Next is solubility enhancement techniques. So what are the techniques? First is pH adjustments. So changing the acidity or basicity of the liquid to help the drug dissolve better. For example, making the solution more acidic or more basic can improve the solubility of a certain. Next is co-solvency. So adding a second solvent that can mix the main solvent to help dissolve the drug. So here co-solvency is we are adding the second solvent that can mix with the main solvent to help dissolve the drug, right? For example, mixing water with alcohol to help dissolve a drug that doesn't dissolve well in just water. Okay. Next is complexation. So using special molecule that can form complexes with the drug, making it easier to dissolve. Right. Here we can use complexes that can form uh, here we can use special molecules that can form complexes with the drugs and they make easier to dissolve the drug. And think of it like forming a special handshake between the drug and other molecules that help it dissolve. Okay. Next will be surface active agents. So what are the surface active agents? They adding substance like detergents that lower the surface tension of the liquid and making it easier for the drug to mix and dissolve. So these are often called as surfactants, right? For surface active agents are known as surfactants, right? Next will be hydrotropism. So here using substances called hydrotropes that increase the solubility of the drugs. What hydrotropes do? They increase the solubility of the drug in the water. So they work by increasing the solubility of poorly soluble drugs without chemically changing the drug itself, right? Then next is micronization, grinding the drug into very tiny particles to increase its surface area, right? If we grind the drug into very tiny particles, then the surface area will be increased and making it dissolve faster and more easily into liquid. Next is solid solution, mixing the drug with a solid substance that can dissolve well in the liquid. When the solid dissolves, it carries the drug with it and improving the overall solubility. Then chemical modification. So changing the chemical structure of the drug to make it dissolve better. So here if the chemical structure of the drug is too complex, it makes it difficult to dissolve, right? And if the chemical structure is easier and simple, it makes it easier to dissolve better into the solvent. This involves making small changes into the drug's molecule to improve its solubility without affecting its effectiveness, right? So next will be stability, ensuring that the drug remains effective and does not break down over time while being dissolved in the liquid. Stability is crucial to make sure the medication works as an intended when it is used. The stability of the drug is the main issue and it should be solved, so it should be more stable drug. So here we are completed with the liquid dosage form chapter. In the next video, we will start the next chapter of pharmaceutics. If you have not watched the previous lecture, do watch it, and I have given all the links of the previous lecture into the description box below the video. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more content.